good people? David Taub here and Samantha from nextlevelguitar.com. How are you? Hope all is well. Hope your guitar journeys are doing good. Samantha's doing good. Been getting a lot of emails about her. People wanting to know when she's making another appearance on camera. And how about right now? So just want to let you know Sammy's doing good. For a 13-year-old golden retriever, she still has tons of energy and is still doing really good. Right, buddy? Yeah. All right. This is a guitar made by Taylor, and this is the GS5. GS standing for Grand Symphony. It's actually a fairly new shape of acoustic built by Taylor that was introduced in 2005, and it was actually the newest shape probably in the past 10 years from Taylor that they've come out with. And I really like this guitar a lot for many reasons. As you can see by the shape, it's got a really big round bowl on it on the back, kind of almost like a jumbo. Jumbos would be a little bigger. So this, I kind of call it like a baby jumbo. It's a big guitar, and some people might not like it because, you know, you got to get your arm over it, right? And then it's big to get your arm over. I happen to like it. It just fits me really, really well. That's the thing about acoustics, man. You know, you want to play as many as you can get your hands on to see what sounds best to your ears, but also what feels best in your hand and what fits into your body. You got to search for the magic, right? This one is the GS5, and it has a Western red cedar top and a tropical American mahogany sides and back. All right, and the neck is actually mahogany also. The fretboard is ebony with a binding. I really like bindings on the fretboards. They just to me, they just feel really good. It's a very elegant looking guitar. You know, it's kind of simple in design, but I think that kind of lends to the elegance of it. It has a really nice abalone rosette. So this is the GS or Grand Symphony GS5. You know, Taylor also, they have prefixes before the guitar names to let you know what class they're from. Like they have the GA, the Grand Auditorium, the GS Grand Symphony, the GC Grand Concert. Then they have the Dreadnought, which is probably your most popular body style acoustic guitar. And they have Jumbo, and then they make baby Taylors too. This one I really like because of the Western red cedar, the cedar top. Most of the sound of an acoustic guitar comes from the top. It has to be a very strong and thin piece of wood because it vibrates, and that's where most of the sound is coming from. And the thing about cedar, most guitars, the most popular wood for tops, we're talking about solid wood construction, not laminates. This is all solid woods on this particular guitar. Solid tops and solid wood construction guitars just have better tone than your laminates. Now this, the most common probably combination for guitars is a spruce top or Sitka spruce top and rosewood back and sides. And you know, that's the thing about guitars. They're all like snowflakes. No two are the same because, you know, all the wood is cut from different parts of the tree. And with acoustics especially, you know, a lot of that sound comes from the body shape, you know, whether it's Grand Concert, Grand Symphony, you know, Grand Auditorium, and also the woods they use, you know, whether it's spruce or cedar or mahogany or koa, you know, whatever. They all have a certain tonal characteristic, and you want to try to find what sounds best to your ears. And as the guitars age and loosen up, they sound even better and better. They're like fine wines, right? So you want to know the characteristics of the tonal aspects of the wood in it, because you might like a guitar that has a lot of highs and not as much lows, or more pronounced lows, you know. That's a very personal preference. But I like the cedar top because cedar is a little bit, it's a strong wood. I mean, they used to put it on roofs of houses, right? It's strong. Not as strong as spruce though. So the cedar is actually, it gives it a little mellower sound, a little warmer, because it's not as strong. So I like that. I like the warmth of this guitar. It has that deep bass that I like, but it also has rich mids and clear highs. The highs are very clear. Now, the trade-off is, while I think it's a much warmer and mellower sounding guitar because of the cedar top than spruce, it doesn't project as well as a guitar with the spruce top. And I played them both. In fact, I played every guitar basically they had in the whole lineup at Buffalo Brothers in Carlsbad here in San Diego, California, when I was looking for a new acoustic. And this is the one that appealed to me. It sounded the best to my ears, felt the best to my hands. I like the body style. And again, it's a very personal preference. So this guitar has that Western red cedar top, American mahogany back and sides. And this one also is an acoustic electric. It has the Taylor expression system in it. So it has a 1/4-inch input jack and has a preamp in it that's driven by a 9-volt battery. And the 9-volt battery fits right in here in the cover. And then the 1/4-inch output jack right here is right into where you would attach the strap. Go right in there. So that's kind of nice. And this guitar, that was an option. I bought this guitar used, but whoever bought it new had the option of going with the electronics or without it. And about a $400 upgrade putting in the expression system. I say if you're going to get it and you want an acoustic electric, get it made at the factory, because it just seems as if, like, when you get them put in aftermarket, you know, when you get pickups put into acoustics and they build in the EQ or the preamps or whatever, they just never sound as good, you know. So if you need that acoustic electric functionality, you want to get it stock at the manufacturer. This guitar sounds great plugged. I just played an acoustic gig last Tuesday night, and I just plugged it straight right out of the guitar, right into the PA. And because of the sophistication of the electronics, I didn't need to have any, you know, major, you know, I didn't need a direct box. There was no hum. There was no distortedness of it. No distortion in the signal. It was just clear as a bell, right out of the guitar, right into the PA. Sounded great. The expression system is actually pretty sophisticated, or the pickup system in this guitar. There's actually 3 magnetic sensors, 2 on the underside of the sound board of the top of the guitar that are attached, which pick up, you know, that top vibrating, and then they have 1 under here under the fretboard extension, which picks up the actual neck and the strings vibrating, and they all go in together to give you that really rich. And I'll plug it in a minute, and you'll hear how it sounds plugged in. Right now, I just have it mic'd live, so you can hear the true sound of the guitar, and then I'll also plug it in. Now, this guitar is on the pricey end. You know, I bought it used and I got a really good deal on it, but it was like in new condition. There wasn't a scratch on it. Whoever had it before me took very good care of it. But new, they go for $2,000, $2,200, brand new, and then if you want to get the electronics, it's going to be another couple hundred, $300, $400 on top of that. And to be honest, I didn't really scoff much at paying a lot for an acoustic guitar. Personally, I feel like if you play guitar, everyone should have a really nice acoustic guitar. Because a guitar like this that you first of all, a guitar in that upper price range usually is just made so much better. The quality of the construction is just outstanding for the most part. You know, this one definitely. And also the complexity of the sound. Clearly, you know, you're going to get better woods. It's going to be a much more complex sound than like a $400, $500, $600 guitar. And then once you go and you play some of them, you'll hear the difference. No, I'm not saying don't buy a $500, $600 guitar, because they could sound really, really good too. But, you know, these are going to have a little bit more complexity to their sound. And you'll hear that when you start playing them. But for me, you know, as a working musician, you know, it's like, it's worth it for me to have a really nice acoustic. I think everyone should have a really nice acoustic, because, man, I'll tell you, something like this, you could have this, I'll have this guitar probably the rest of my life. I can hand it down, you know, to, you know, I don't have any kids, so it's like maybe, yeah, I don't know, I'll hand it down to my niece or nephew, or, you know, you can give it to a friend or a family member. So you'll have this guitar, it'll bring joy to your life for the rest of your life, you know. I mean, no one seems to scoff at like buying a new computer every 3-4 years, right? We got to drop $1,000, $1,500 to update our computer systems and get the latest computer, and that we got to keep doing that every 4 or 5 years. So why not spend, you know, $2,000 on a guitar you'll have for the rest of your life? To me, you know, it makes sense. Well, especially having a really nice acoustic that sounds great. It's just so motivating to pick up and play, and every time you hit a chord, it just puts that smile on your face, like, ah, man, that sounds so rich and sounds so good. So I'll just bang around a few open chords so you can hear what I'm talking about. You can hear what this guitar sounds like. Again, I'm just mic'd this live. So it's really rich sound. It sounds even better in person, you know.